Have you seen that replay, buddy?
All right, man, I'm done talking to you.
You can't be done talking to me right here facing me.
I back. Trust me, I back.
Damon! 60 G's, baby! But I'm not impressed by your performance.
It's normal. Come on, guys. It's normal.
You'll do nothing. You'll do nothing.
I'm the man of the hour, Joe. Too sweet to be sour. What you see is what you get, and what you don't is better yet. I'm the women's pick. I'm the men's regret. And if you win against Chael Sonnen, you made a bad bet.
I don't have much left to say other than you have seen nothing yet.
What's happening, people? What's happening, people? What's happening, Fight Week Show fans, Fight Week Show people? Then we're back with another episode of Dust Up Shakedown. And helping us do that this week is our boy, McDane. He is the leader of the pack right now. He's leading the scorecard. I have to give it to him. He whooped my ass over the weekend. I'm here to take medicine, but helping me do that this week is my boy, McDane. We got Jax in the house. We got Miss Lala Jax, the farmer, in the house, and we got SDAWGSMMA fresh off a Johnny interview. Big up yourself, and last but not the least, the brother himself from SA, South Africa. Yow, how is everybody doing? Let's start with you, McDane.
I'm good, bro. I'm good. It's been a long ass day, but I'm happy to be sitting down chopping it up with you guys. And finally, wow, R2. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man, for real. Jax?
Man, I'm good, bro. I'm good. We just ate some food. We got some she got some tacos. I got a burrito, so I'm straight.
How about you, Lala?
Yeah, I'm full right now, but happy to be here. What Jax didn't say is that burrito was the size of a newborn. So
it was huge, dude. Huge.
Yeah, man. Thank you for joining us, making your debut on the show. We appreciate having you on the show, man.
God bless that toilet later.
What about you, Keith?
Kick him in the head. Fantastic. Kick him in the head. It's in the middle of a fight week, and fight weeks are my favorite, so I'm having a great time tonight.
Yeah, man. And last but not the least, the boy himself, Sterling. How are you doing? Fresh of the week from your birthday and all of that. Getting your birthday gift as well. What you asked for literally dropped on your lap, brother.
Brother, can't ask for a better day. It's like I always say, it's good to be here with the boys. And then the shout out to the debut of Lala over here to the right of me. I got that way worse when we started. But a little zooted. I'm not going to lie to y'all. We're a little faded over here. We're coming down off a high celebration from the John Anik interview this morning. But shout out to all 5 of you right up here in all different ways, because if it wasn't for y'all, I don't get it. So shout out for y'all, and shout out for the clip McDane made. It's going to be a great episode today. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Big up, big up, big up. Look, we're coming fresh off the 307 card. Crazy card. I mean, for me, just sat there watching that card with Jax, watching it with McDane. I was suffering. All my peaks was going up in smoke. It was dread. Man said, "What's wrong with me?" I said, "Boy, my peak going up in smoke is what's wrong with me. My dog of the week going up in smoke is what's wrong with me." You know what I mean? It was bad. But I see McDane enjoying himself. You guys were having a great time at my expense. But you know, McDane, what fight really got you? Like when you saw it, it's like, yeah, you know, this is a whole run, man. I can just sit back and watch this Coleman and main losers lose the fight here. Talk to me. Was it the Jose Aldo one?
The Jose Aldo one, even though I picked Jose Aldo, was the cherry on the cake for me, if I'm honest.
You're
with
a
you.
devil, you know that. You're a devil, bro.
And anybody that thinks Jose Aldo won that fight is just straight up wrong. Like, you need to go back and watch that. Mario Batista dominated that, man.
Don't lie, bro. Then why are you lying to the people, man? You just hurt my feelings right now.
He done what he needed to do, and people are mad. Cope harder. But the best fight of the night was just the best fight for me was watching you just see your picks fall out of your own ass, like fighting with reality, fighting with the concept of being 7 points behind the king, and fighting for a seat at the table now that George's only 3 points behind you too. So, yeah, man. The comeback's always greater than the fallback, bro. You'll be good.
Yeah, man, it was sad, dog.
Who said that was
I
your
felt
comeback? I might have a comeback.
sad. He could, man. I feel bad for you, dog. I could see it. I could see it in your eyes. Every loss and every win from McDane, another tear. Just a thug tear fell from your eye, and I was like, man. I was like, I can't believe this is happening to you. Dude, it was, bro. And you know how McDane is. He's the king of trash talk now. So he was letting you have it. If y'all haven't watched a stream of us, you know, on these fights, like, it's hilarious. Y'all should definitely do that. You know, I had a drink, so I was ready to go. So, dude, yeah, man, I had a good time.
Yeah, man. I mean, bro, I was this close to calling 911, even though there's no 911 in UK. I was so close to calling them. It was bad. You was watching it at the gym, Sterling. What did you make of the card?
I thought it was a solid card, bro. It's up until it got to Joaquin Buckley and Wonderboy, it really spiced up. But I thought the prelims were pretty solid, bro. The whole main card was solid, besides the co-main. But honestly, towards the end, it wasn't that bad of a fight, boys. And then I tuned in when y'all were doing y'all's live every now and then. And dude, y'all were going off. Y'all were going off, bro. But also I had two of my friends subscribe to y'all, so.
Yeah, for real. And yeah, and big up to those guys as well, man. Salute to them. Lala, you joined us for the live stream in the end after a little bit of arm twisting from McDane and myself. We got you on the stream. What did you make of the co-main, especially the women's fight? Did you think Pena won that fight? I didn't want her to win. I was saying to yo, like, bro, I do not want Pena to win. We're going to suffer if Pena wins, and she does.
I told you guys she was going to get it. I don't think she got it. That was it went the way it went, but I mean, I think it's a good thing. I would prefer Pena to fight, Kayla Harrison, and I do think that Kayla would be the one to bring Nunes out of her cave. So it was okay. And I came on, some arm twisting. I did have a gummy, so I was a bit nervous to come on. I was like, let me come down first. I'll meet you guys.
You're braver than me. I wouldn't have hopped on.
We heard all about the gummies, man. You guys handled it well. I didn't even know. I was telling McDane and Jackson in the chat about how one of my pals had one and he was wigging the hell out live on stream. We had about 3,000 people watching at the time, and he was passing the hell out. He was passing.
I gotta catch that stream. I need to go back and watch it. I want to see it now.
I know, bro. He was. I mean, Sterling, you've met Lee Gunner. You know what he's like. That bro was off his rockers. Salute to him. In the end, he just gave up on the stream and left me and my other boy from Georgia, the other brother from Georgia. You saw him on the fight. So we ended up finishing the stream for him. You know what I mean? It's crazy, but you guys handled it well. I gotta give you that. The last time I tried edibles, I face planted, I busted my tooth. My lip was all the way out here.
Is that what happened that time, Ola? You didn't tell us.
That's when he got
I don't know if that was edibles, bro. That was something else.
That was old age, son. That was just old age.
It went old age. I mean, you were sat there high on edibles, like just feeling yourself with all the wings that was coming in. I have to give you flowers, man. Then I didn't even know you was dealing with it like that, bro. You know what I mean?
And fighting for his life.
Oh, gee, I was fighting for my life. When that main turned up, I was like, God damn, I'm gonna fall asleep.
Let's come to Keith, man. Keith, what are you saying about the card and which ones stood out to you, because we had this spoken all week?
Yeah, look, I love the card. For once, I managed to actually get through an entire main card from having woken up at 4 a.m. So I was very happy about that. If I look at the overall card, it was a great fight night. I think I specifically want to talk about the co-main, which sort of segues into what we're talking about here tonight. But if I look at how Kayla Harrison won, it wasn't. Sorry, that's not the co-main. Sorry, the Kayla Harrison fight. It wasn't what we expected from someone who's essentially the number one contender for the bantamweight title. The question is, could she beat Pena? I don't know. Probably. Pena's got that wild dog style. You know, she comes out almost like Drickus. She's practically the female Drickus. You know, she's got that thing going, the Blitz. So for me, it was very exciting that they're managing to build anticipation around the female division, around the bantamweight division, because we talked about that earlier this year, where we said, listen, they need to do something to spice it up, because if we're not really watching and no one really cares, then what? But now, especially with Amanda being called out by everyone, she's practically Conor McGregor at this point. I think for me, that really sort of just added to the whole fight night, and obviously what Poatan did. I mean, insane. I was very, very happy with this card. It was a great fight night.
Yeah, man. Big up everybody locked in right now. We've got over 40 of you locked in right now. If you're watching on X, please jump over to YouTube. Come follow these guys over here, Making the Walk. We got SDAWGSMMA here. We got Head Kick Podcast, The Rambling Dad, and The Fight Week Show. Make sure you jump in on YouTube, and that's where you show the real support, helping the channels out so we can get out to more people and we can meet the requirements that YouTube is set up on us. Watch hours ain't easy to get people. Help the people out, my guys. You know what I mean? Come help out the people on the panel. That's one of the, they give their time up for you guys. Show some love, people. Show some love. Okay, let's get to the first topic that Leroy has put together for us. Salute to Leroy. Leroy always doing a great job in the back. Big up yourself, my bro. We got, you guys already touched up on it, but we're going to talk about this right now. Let's play the clip.
In a video posted to her Instagram, Nunes led many fans to believe she is planning a return to the UFC. In the video, Nunes changed the lyrics of a popular song to say, "Call me please," tagging the UFC's Dana White, hinting at her desire for a potential... What do you guys think? Will we see Nunes return to the UFC? Should she face her old rival and current bantamweight title holder, Juliana Pena?
Saturday night bangers.
That one that looked good. You know what I mean? I said, man, I didn't know Amanda could sing jingles like that, but there you go. Lala, let me come to you first, Lala. I mean, you segued into it earlier on, so I'm going to give you this topic right off the back. Seeing Amanda coming back, or saying to Dana to give her a call to come back to the UFC. She's missed him so much. Obviously, she's probably missing the millions as well that she's been collecting over her career in the UFC. What do you make of Amanda wanting to come back out of retirement, seemingly to be the one to face Kayla Harrison?
Yeah, I mean, I think she left because there was nothing for her to do. So I'm excited to see her come back. I do hate that it's Juliana that she's coming back for, but ultimately I do think that she wants to she wants to get her shot at Kayla. What I didn't know was that they were together at where do they train at? American Top Team, or previously anyway.
Yeah,
I didn't know that they were sparring partners. So I'm real excited about that. I was excited to see that video yesterday. Yeah, man.
I mean, McDane, you look as somebody as that's accomplished so much, especially in the women's division, like Amanda done. Obviously, when she left on a high. A lot of fighters don't get to do that in their career, but she left on a real high, and she feels maybe this fight is a good enough fight, especially like I said, for with somebody like Kayla Harrison, a former training partner, like Lala just explained to us there. Do you think she could really come out and because a lot of people do think that Kayla will take her in a fight, like Kayla will get the best of her, but seeing the performance that we saw Kayla put in the other day, do you think she can hold it against Amanda?
I think it would be more of a battle for her than what people think, and I think Amanda Nunes probably could get it done. If I'm honest with you, like if we look at what she went for eight takedowns, managed to secure 2 of them. Like, you go down to the ground with a lioness and you're going to find out what's going to happen. You know what I mean? But as well as the striking, the way that she was on Kayla Harrison was on Saturday night, if she went up against Amanda Nunes like that, Amanda Nunes is going to get the better over there too. But if it's both of them at the best on the night, man, I don't know. That could be a 5-round war.
Yeah, some important points made there. Keith, I mean, when you look at the fight that Kayla Harrison had, I was saying to Jax, I was saying to McDane during the watch along that I don't think that performance, maybe not the win, yes, we'll probably get there, but the performance in itself, I don't think is a title challenges sort of performance, right? But what do UFC do in terms of now Pena being the winner? How competitive is that fight going to be against somebody like a Kayla? And they probably give a Kayla to get the title, then put the Amanda fight together, so it could be something special, right? How do you think the UFC navigates this situation that they're now in with Juliana Pena being the champion and Harrison obviously being maybe number 1 contender to the title?
Look, I think, and just shout out to Will Harrell in the chats, who pointed out that Kayla Harrison was peeing blood a week before the fight. Now, we don't know what the reason is. We don't know if it was due to weight cut, because if you end up cutting too much, you end up peeing blood because your organs are drained. I don't know. So we don't know if she was in full condition in that fight. So for that reason, it's a bit tricky to judge her fully off her last performance. And like you said, she got the win. So it's pretty straightforward for the UFC to say, listen, Kayla is next. We pretty much know this was a number 1 contenders fight. She won the fight. Let's go. They could match up against someone else, but if I look at the injury that she got, that elbow was vicious. That hematoma in that cut was crazy. So I don't think they want to put her in another fight. Yeah, it was actually a good fight. If you look at it, it was boring, but she did what she needed to do, and she was catching some serious elbows. So I think she put in the performance she needed to put in order to do what she needed to do to get the title fight. And if I look at what Poatan did, if you look at the scorecards, he was behind on all 3 judges' scorecards up to the 3rd round. But then he pulled it out and he won the fight. So the point I'm making there is she did what she needed to do to win the fight that she needed to win for where she's going. So I don't think the UFC has any difficulty in figuring out what to do next. It's definitely her against Pena. Quite frankly, who else would we want to see? There's no one else we'd want to see Pena fight. I don't really want to see Amanda come back per se, and definitely not to fight Pena. Not again. I mean,
are you mad?
Yes, I do not want to see her fight Pena. Okay, personally, honestly, like Pennington said, Pena is a yapologist, and she's had Amanda's name in her mouth since. And I'm just tired of only hearing her talk about Amanda. It's just kind of annoying for me. So for that reason, I don't really want to see that fight, because it's just Pena getting what she wants by yapping, and fighting the GOAT. So for me, that's why I don't really want to see that fight. But yes, Kayla Harrison, Juliana Pena, let's go.
I mean,
strong opinions, bro. Say it like you mean it.
Sterling, does Pena, do you give Pena any chance against Kayla Harrison? I mean, I certainly didn't give her any chance against Raquel Pennington, and I'm pretty high on Coach J-Hop and what the work they're doing over there in Denver. And when you look at their gym, they got some pretty solid fighters up in there. Do you think Pena gets it against Kayla Harrison?
I don't know why a lot of people hate on Pena. I get she talks a lot, bro, but Pena always puts on a good fight. There's only like 3 women in 135 I want to see fight, and she's one of them. So honestly, I don't see her winning, but I see it being a pretty good fight. But it's probably going to be boring.
And you say it's probably going to be boring. Then you say you don't see why everybody's hating on Pena. I mean, you answered your own question there, brother.
Because it's my bad. Yeah, you're right. No, you're right. I am honestly, you want me to break the fucking wall? I got a little too high watching y'all, just trying to listen.
Do you realize you weren't wearing sunglasses? They were normal glasses, bro. We could still see your eyes.
Bro.
You can't see me.
No, I put
He's like,
hang on. Hang on.
If I put glasses on, they won't know I'm high.
Hang on. Hang on.
Now I don't know what to do with my
Because he also did say it's going to be a good
Look,
fight,
look,
but it's going to be boring.
Look. First of all, I had to put the glasses on because I've had way too much screen time today. All right, your boy's old now. I'm 27. I'm breaking down. So I'm not gonna lie to you. The eyes are getting a little hurt. But honestly, I just been stuck watching y'all. And then when y'all said it was my turn to talk, I was like, oh, so I'll just be real honest there. I'm gonna put the glasses on. But yeah, that's my opinion.
I was wondering why you spoke so short.
Sterling just made me feel old on purpose, man. You know what I mean? You're doing this stuff on purpose, bro. Like,
you're not even the oldest on the panel, son.
Nope, you're not.
Hey, hold on. Who is?
I'm the oldest on the panel.
No.
Oh,
Yeah.
hold on, Jax.
Yeah.
How old is you?
I'm 44.
This man's ancient, son.
Jax is 24 years old.
34.
No, I'm 44.
You say you're 44?
Yeah.
Oh, same.
Is he 44? Is he 34?
I'm only 2 years older than you, but yeah,
okay.
You look good
okay,
for
so
it,
you
brother,
older.
you know?
Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
bro, I think I'm the fossil around here, man. I've been saying I feel like it every time I get out of bed in the morning, man. It's crazy.
We had to dig this brother up to get him on the show. You know what
You know what I mean? They got that antique brush. You know what I mean? Trying to fucking
I had to dust him off after 307.
Yeah, man, you know what I mean? I'm still pretty dusted right now, man. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Man.
Yeah, man. Big up everybody in the house right now. The numbers are going up. We're going up to 70 of you watching us live right now. Big up to every single one of you. Make sure you jump in over to YouTube to help the channels of the people on the platform out. Okay, let's get on to this next story here. This one here is more close to my heart. You know what I mean? I like this one here. Let's see what Leroy has put together for us here, people.
Dustin Poirier proposed a 4-man tournament for the BMF title. Him, Gaethje, Max, and Dan Hooker. Is that something you'd ever consider? I mean, it's BMF, so you can make up your own rules.
Sounds fun. Never thought about it, but yeah, I love it.
Speaking on MMA Today, Poirier suggested a one-night 4-man tournament for the symbolic UFC BMF Championship. Now that excites me, Poirier said, because that's the kind of stuff that's for the dogs. Like that's old school Pride Days or Grand Prix as a real BMF. If you can fight a tournament in one night, multiple opponents, that's the definition of a BMF. Dan Hooker seems to be open to the idea with the post on X, "Don't threaten me with a good time." The UFC has not held a one-night tournament since UFC 23 in 1999. What do you guys think of the concept? Is this a possibility?
Right off the back, I am loving the concept. I'm loving all those guys over there that we've seen their career. We know what these guys are capable of on a great night. But I'm going to turn it over to you guys. I'm going to come to you first, Jax.
Just a quick one. Shout out to Leroy for these videos. For some reason, his voice is very endearing and captivating in those clips. So shout out. I really like him.
Bro, that man's head's big enough.
I don't know what you're talking about. His voice being endearing.
You
know what I mean? His voice makes me want to run a mile, man. You know what I mean?
Protect the chats, bro. Protect me in the chats.
Here's a bleeding listening to that, man. You know what I mean?
I mute it. I mute it when we do that. When we go to those videos, I turn my volume all the way off.
Yeah, like,
damn.
you just start getting visions of these twin peaks coming up, and I'm like, damn,
bro. And I just know here it comes.
No. Big up Leroy, man. He does a fantastic job with all our videos and stuff. So big up Leroy on that one. Jax, let me come to you. I mean, the concept of this 4-man tournament, it could even be more than that, depending on how many people start getting interested in this thing. But like Dan Hooker said, don't threaten me with a good time. And that's how I feel. Don't threaten me with a good time when you're talking about a 4-man BMF tournament, bro. Talk to me, Jax.
Man, I love the concept when it comes to doing that on a video game. But in real life, I don't see how the second fight lives up to what the first round would be. Like, I feel like the next round, let's say, is Justin Gaethje against Dan Hooker, and they go all 5 rounds. What are they going to look like in the next fight? Let's say it's 3 rounds. What are they gonna look like in the next fight? Like it's gonna
Khalil
be
Roundtree.
awful. Yes, it'll be Khalil Roundtree at the end of the fight, but now it's the beginning of the fight, dude. No, and who's gonna sanction it?
That's the real BMF though, bro. I'll sanction it. I've got a big enough back garden.
Yeah, I mean,
Bring it.
Look, I'm all for it, but only if they change the format. So rather make it like not 5 rounds or 3 rounds, make it 2 rounds, and then some sort of point system, but a way to work it out so that it makes sense and the fighters are still durable enough for the next fight. Because I think it's possible, and just in terms of formatting, I think it could work and would be interesting, and they could make it exciting. But not 3 rounds, not 5 rounds. But you're still the BMF. You've gone through 3 rounds, different fighters. So they all fight each other same night, something like that.
Sterling, you got something?
McDane.
Justin Gaethje wins it no matter what. So it doesn't matter how they do
Come
this.
on,
Gaethje wins it.
Hey, there's only one
I agree,
person.
by the way. I concur.
No, there's only one person in that list
And
that
that's
has
why
a
you're
win
my
over
dog,
all of
Bob.
them.
Ah, here
There's
you
only
go.
one person on that list that has a win over everybody.
Don't you
There's
say
only
it.
one.
Diamond, son.
The
Yep.
diamond. That's who wins it.
The diamond has put all of
That's
them
why he
boys
picked the list.
into
What are
pieces.
y'all talking about?
Are you look at Dan Hooker, Dustin
This is
Poirier,
the
one of the
type of
greatest
thing-
fights of all time. You know what I mean?
Greatest fight of all time.
Dustin Poirier versus Max Holloway. Look at Max when he walked out of that cage. God damn, went the 5 rounds.
That was
but
muffin
dude
top Max.
beat up, son.
Muffin top Max.
Yeah, I mean,
Imagine if it's the Max that fought Gaethje. Imagine who's in that type of shape. He dices the diamond up.
like Jack said, none of them are going to be looking pretty walking into the
It's
next
gonna be
round.
a
of that
rematch.
fight. Like,
Yeah, honestly, they can't do it the same day. It's impossible. It's literally impossible. They're literally
it's
both
not.
gonna
It's,
come
it
out
does.
there
It does outline who would be the BMF. Yeah, I mean, who's the baddest motherfucker?
If you can
that
do
can
5
survive these
rounds for a
rounds
title
and then
fight,
go on
Hold
another
on, hold
fight
on,
and do
hold on.
killer.
Y'all just made a good point here. If you could do 5, would any of you, Lala, start with you? Would you throw Chandler in there if you could do 5?
Yeah, I would throw Chandler in there for sure.
Yeah, I think Chandler would be, is a dope candidate. What do you make of the whole concept of, in terms of being able to pull it off as per the rules and all the other nuances that goes with it?
I think they'll figure it out. It's a great concept, and the fighters that are in there are all fan favorites. So nobody's gonna say no, and now we're all riled up about it. So that's what I said to Jackson. I'm like, who the hell's gonna make it out the first fight? To make it to the second fight. That's nuts. But it will determine who the real BMF is, and
The Hangman can.
yeah, no.
Dan Hooker's a bad man.
You throw Chandler in there though, he's so explosive. Who knows what he looks like now? But you throw Chandler in there, and you guys talk about 2 rounds.
Yeah.
Chandler versus Chandler,
You
that
know.
shit would be epic.
Oh,
You know what, McDane?
That Brian Chandler just no. On the look at that, Justin Gaethje. That's the guy. That's the guy right there. But
would we go old school and no time limit?
we'd be here all day.
Oh, I don't know about all day, son.
I like it, but how are they gonna make it to the next fight?
I mean, they'll be.
Somebody
All
will
I
go
know
out
is
eventually.
by the time that whole thing is done, there's gonna be medical suspensions galore, bro. You know what I mean? This man's
The top of the lightweight division just got put on hold for the next fucking 9 to 12 months. Ain't nobody doing nothing.
No, it's crazy. Look, I think it's a good concept, and it's one that I would like to see Dana pull off. Whether they get to do it or not, only time will tell. But Dana seems to like it, and when they like something like that, especially from one of the OGs, one of the top fighters that that's giving UFC such a long career, Dana will probably take it on and try and figure out a way to get it done. So it's one that I'm looking forward to. I hope it comes to pass. We've seen what Alex Pereira did to Khalil Roundtree. Khalil Roundtree, a fighter that that I fuck with his brother, man. I mean, I was so disappointed with his loss, but I get it, right? But I wanted to get your guys' take on it, because I've seen your preview, Jax and Lala. I saw your preview on the actual bout itself with Pereira and Khalil. What did you think went wrong in that fight for Khalil, Jax? When you're looking at it after the dust is settled, we've seen him go through the surgery that painful surgery. They said it's going to take him a while to come back. But what did you think went wrong for him in that situation there, Jax?
Cardio experience, and Alex is just that good. Like when it came to when he started losing the fight, it was about when a normal 3-round fight would end. So, and the way that he was entering the pocket was kind of a speed blitz. So he stayed on the outside where you would a taller person would normally be, and he blitzed in and blitzed out, and he just ran out of gas to keep doing that. He couldn't keep it up, and by the time he got there, Alex, I mean, that's that octagon fight IQ that he has. He just waited, and he was like, okay, now he's tired, and then he put it on him. And it really only took one round for Alex to say, look, I'm done with this fight. I got other things to do. And it was over.
I mean, yes, please continue, Lala.
I was gonna ask. So you're saying Pereira took the Homer Simpson route and just got beat up for a second? Okay, okay.
Yeah, he was like, I'm gonna tire you out by allowing you to punch me, and then when you're tired, then I'm gonna take you out. And that's what happened.
Yeah,
that's exactly what happened. Izzy, when he was watching the fight, he was like, "Oh, it's Shama time," and if anybody knows when Shama time is, Izzy knows.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I mean, Lala, when you look at that fight there, and let's talk about the good things that Khalil did do in that fight, because it's not calling out Jamal Hill. It's probably going to be a 3-round fight, or if they make him headline a fight night, it could be another 5 rounds. In terms of him holding up his cardio and but the excellent work that he did. What did he take of it? He dropped Alex at one point. I thought he was going to get him out of there. What was he thinking?
The good thing that he did was try his damnness. He tried really hard. Despite I think the biggest issue he had was besides everything Jax just said was his reach. He was not long enough, to be honest. And cardio, I think, was his biggest thing.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, good. Cardio definitely let him down. McDane,
yeah.
You're looking at Pereira, and you're thinking to yourself, I mean, for me, Khalil looks stronger than him. He looked fast to the mark, coming from the outside, like Jack just said. But getting those shots in to really affect Pereira, it almost looked like Pereira he wasn't even getting phased in the fight no more. Like you said, just waiting for the right time and just unloaded on him.
What's your question?
I just want to make a statement, bro.
He said,
let me say something on that one, Ola. Can I say something on that one?
Yeah, please.
So, also in connection with what Jack said, in an interview after the fight, Pereira said, listen, I've watched lots of his fights. I know when he's probably going to get gassed. So I just waited. So it's exactly what you saw was exactly what he trained for was, I know he's going to get tired. So let me not do too much. And that's exactly what we saw.
Right. So let me rephrase the question, the statements that are made into a question. What do you think?
I'm trying to do something, but I'm
all right. Let me come to Sterling while you're doing that.
No. Go on. Go. I'm sorry. I'm just being a.
All right. Just say something about Pereira and fucking Khalil, man. Say something about it, bro. You
be professional.
You won the point, anyways. You know what I mean? Yeah. I was being nice by even coming to you, bro. You know what I mean? This is painful. Rehashing this.
Because you started talking about him feeling his power, so I wanted to bring up that Shama power. I mean, that was coming out of Khalil Roundtree. I mean, look at that from image. Like It was an absolute bang, and I was just failing. It kept coming out like a QR. I'm sorry, guys. Like, I dropped the ball on that one, but boom. Like, Pereira didn't want any of that smoke in those opening rounds. He was keeping away from him, but he was being very, very smart. Like, he didn't want to take any shot from him, and he knew that over the time of the fight that the altitude would get to him, that these explosive movements that he's having to make. I think it was Joe Rogan spoke about him with Israel Adesanya, and he said that he has like this offbeat 1-2. So he'll hit you with a slow left, and boom, comes in with the right really quickly. And that's what you noticed that he was doing whilst he was in there. But using those explosive movements, especially in a place like Salt Lake City, was the detriment to him over the course of the 4 rounds that we've seen go into the fight. I did say to my cousin after it, when I spoke to him on the phone, is if that fight was anywhere else, Khalil Roundtree could potentially be the champion of the world right now.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
Happy with that answer?
Yeah. Look, I'm happy with the answer you came up with there. But
that was better than the shit I put on my own solo show, sir.
God damn.
Sterling, I mean, look, out of all of us here, you really do compete, and I don't know the feeling of what high altitude could do to somebody, in a fight situation, but what could Khalil do better in terms of? I mean, obviously he's been all over the world training and stuff like that. But what could he do better with him being in a situation like that again, if he finds himself in a situation like that, from a fighter's perspective?
Well, I moved to Colorado during COVID for 6 months, and bro, just walking up the stairs when I first moved there took everything out of me. And then I remember the first time I went for a run, just not even getting half a mile in and thinking I'm gonna pass out. Like literal, like can't breathe no more. So I couldn't imagine fighting there. These dudes are straight up gangsters. The fact that they even put a fight on like that and went 4 rounds. But if you saw each dude after each round was breathing heavy. And so it affected both of them, bro. It didn't seem like it affected the card for the most part. I mean, Pena and Pennington went 5 rounds too, no problem. So that just respect to them for being able to do that.
Yeah, man. Look, it's a crazy fight. It's a crazy fight, and I love it. And look, I saw your recap with Jax. I thought awesome recap. You guys came up with the
shout out the boy Jax hopping on
with the work. Yeah, man. And
and
Magdalene as well. And Magdalene as well. Fantastic recap from you as well. Like I said, I did put a comment on your channel. You know what? I'd love to jump on one of these with you once I get back to the table. Though, you know what I mean? I can't do it being I can't do it being on the table. Man. You know what I mean? Once I make it back to the table, I love to do one of the recaps with you, bro. You know what I mean? But
you're gonna need an invitation, son, because you ain't coming back to the table.
Well, so how do I apply for this invitation?
1 point McDane.
You got to beg.
1 point McDane, baby.
7 points.
Yeah, he's a 7 point now, man. He's on cruise control. I go.
Shout out Mike Vick.
I gotta do a lot of work.
No, I ain't dropping into cruise control again, son. I done that once and slipped 10 points. I ain't slipping these 7, like.
Yeah, but that well. The other question I wanted to ask you guys, and I'm gonna turn it to Keith on here, kick him in the head. Dricus and Sean Strickland is just been made official, bro. How's South Africa feeling about this? What's the mood? How's everybody? People looking forward to this fight. Do they want to? Would you guys rather see Dricus fight somebody else? What's everybody making of the news? Is there a buzz about this fight over there in South Africa, especially with the CIT guys as well, which you're very, very well acquainted with?
I think at this point, for once, we're all praying for corruption so that they can build that roof over that stadium and the UFC can come as quickly as possible. Because what's stopping the UFC from coming to Africa is that they can't find the right arena. Now, what does that mean? They need a large arena that has a covered roof. Now, that is covered. Now, we don't have a large arena that is covered. So City of Cape Town has offered to put a temporary roof on their stadium, which would be able to make it happen. But with our procurement processes here, it's not likely to happen anytime soon. So Drickus has to fight. So personally, I understand that it's not going to happen now. I'm sure he's going to beat Strickland, and hopefully by then we would have been able to get through the bureaucracy and get something together in terms of getting an arena that they can actually host in. But that's really what's stopping it from happening in South Africa. We're all really upset, really cut up, but personally, it makes sense. We just need to get our act together and get it done.
I mean, Sterling, I want to say, let me frame it like this. What do you think of Sean Strickland's work, right? As a fighter, former champion, and do you like this matchup, this rematch? Because we've been saying for quite some time, I don't think Sean Strickland should fight anybody else. He should just sit out and wait for Strickland. He's done so. He's gotten the title shot. It's been made official. But what are you making of it? And do you see Strickland pulling it off?
Strickland deserved the fucking rematch anyways, bro. So Strickland won the first fight.
Won the first fight?
So, yeah, Strickland won the first fight. So this is really Strickland giving Drickus the rematch. So let's get that right. And the reason we're going to South Africa is because we did it in Canada, and Drickus probably couldn't handle it in America. So we'll go to South Africa, and we'll run that shit over there, baby. But anyways, to wrap all that up,
like fighting talk to me.
USA in this hoe.
I mean, I'm not being funny, right? But if the UFC managed to pull off event after event every weekend during COVID, you telling me that they can't put a canopy over a stadium?
But Dana doesn't like it because of the wind and the humidity and all that.
Your wind, son. Octagon put on an event in Germany in a stadium, 68,000 fans. Something like that. Insane. Yeah. And you're telling me like there's more chance of rain in South Africa than there is in Germany? Dude, just set it up for a stadium, for God's sake. Like, why does he hate a stadium so much? Like, I get arenas, it's maybe inside, probably feel like, well, I'm going to say 20,000 people. It ain't that fucking intimate unless you sit in front row. You know what I mean? Like, goddamn, just stick in a stadium, bro. 60,000 people would be insane. Like, imagine it. Why does he not want to? It baffles me why he wouldn't want to do that. Biggest gate in arena history, biggest gate in stadium history. Like, think about the press conference, Dana. Like,
I still think he dropped the ball on Wembley, man. He dropped the ball massively on Wembley, bro. Like Wembley, he would clean house.
I've said it before, bro. But British weather is just not acceptable. Like,
build a roof, like we've been saying. Like,
He's not gonna do it, man. He's not gonna do it,
bro. I mean, look what they done with this fair. Well, you telling me they can't get engineers to
exactly? How much?
Oh, they can. They can. It's not a can or can't. It's will or won't, and he won't.
Yeah,
he's just not gonna do it. That's what it come down to. But I do want to say something to Sterling's point about Sean Strickland and Drickus.
I thought you were going to say America up there. So
now, of course,
I did too. If he'd have been.
But Drickus Duplessis won that fight. He did.
Fuck Jax.
He won it.
What the fuck? To capitalize off Sterling's point, Drickus won that hoe. Like, what? I didn't say that at all, Jax.
No.
Are you American right now? Show me your passport.
I said to piggyback.
Fuck?
I said piggyback, not capitalize. So like me and Lala, we went back and looked at it. Both of us thought that that Sean won the fight.
An edible?
No.
I'm sorry, Jax. I'm pretty zooted still, and you really caught me off guard. I thought you were about to rock the team USA.
No, you good.
And you just threw me off with that.
He had two drinks, so that was him.
He was watching it off the screen. That's what happened.
I didn't. No, we did a whole video on it. We did a rewatchable, and we rewatched it and rescored it, and both of us were like, "Nah, Sean won that fight." Beforehand, we watched it again. Drickus won the fight, right. But that being said, Sean is the rightful number one contender. He deserves this rematch, and I think he has every ability to beat Drickus. He can definitely beat him. But the question is, if he beats him, do they have to fight again?
No. That's too
Lala, do you have a question? Do you have an answer for that question that Jackson just posed to us? You know, do they go for a trilogy if it beats Ricos. Do you even think it beats Ricos again? Or do you think he won the? Do you think he won the first fight in the first place?
No, I think I initially when I watched it, I thought Sean won, but after we rewatched it, there's too many. I'm getting stuck there. After we rewatched it, I thought Dricus won, but no, I don't think he wins again. He's got nothing else in his bag but that jab. So no.
What is happening?
I'm sorry, dude.
What is happening? McDaniel, are you rocking with Dricus too?
I'm not interested in Sean anymore.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, show me your cup, brother. Show me your cup.
At this point, this is exactly how the rounds are going to go when Dricus fights Strickland.
Undefeated,
Strickland's taking
undisputed, middleweight champion.
To be fair, man, I want Sean to win, though. I do want him to win. I want him to.
I'll take that. I'll take that. You heard that? Jack said Sean won.
Do you think? Do you think? I don't. You see, I don't know if the UFC wants Sean to win. I don't.
They don't.
I don't think there was like him. Like obviously, Pereira's like the man of the hour right now. Like he is the face of the UFC, and him and Sean training together. Like the content they could make if they were two champions rocking about. Yeah, I mean, god damn.
Yeah, that'll be crazy. That'll be crazy. But you know, talking about Pereira there, he sends a strong message to your guy Tom Aspinall, and says, "Boy, you know, these big strong guys, they keep putting them in front of me. I'm looking to come over to heavyweight and test your resolve." What do you think? What are you thinking to that? Do you think?
Tom Aspinall's already said within the first 10 seconds, I'm just going to run and rugby tackle that motherfucker. Like that's the one thing. And he said this back in July as well. Like I think Red Wolf on Twitter retweeted it recently, and he actually got some shout out from ESPN from it as well. So hats off for that, brother. But he retweeted that recently, and Tom was just like, yeah, like I ain't fucking around with that guy. Like I'm just gonna spare him straight away. He's like, I'm putting the head down and it's just going the center of the head straight to the chest. Like he's just taking him out. Boom. And I'm not being funny, but that's what it's gonna take. Like who's like in the right mind that we keep seeing standing up and kickboxing with this man? What? Like, is this MMA or is this kickboxing? Like, let me see some dude take him down. Let me see somebody take him into deep waters, and let's see what happens to Alex Pereira, because he's going to fall out of his ass when he gets taken to the ground.
Yeah, we did see that though, and he lost.
That's fair. Wait, that's fair. That's fair. Talking about?
You got to go back and watch that Jan Blachowicz fight.
Yeah,
another one.
Shout out Jan. Shout out Jan.
Yeah. Imagine that happens again. Imagine that happens again. Jan's been out for a while.
2 more rounds. It's only 3-round fight.
My boy Curtis Razor Blades said, "Boy, I'm happy to welcome him to the heavyweight, man." Like
Curtis Blades ain't your boy anymore, son. You put him under the bus already.
No. I never put that boy under the. That's one brother I ain't never putting under the bus. But I just apologize.
Don't make me pull receipts.
I ain't. No, I just apologize. Yeah, you can put your receipts, man. You know what I mean? His Blades never went under the bus. It's not under the bus, but he's the passenger.
I'm sorry, Mr. Tom Aspinall. You were the undisputed, real heavyweight champion of the world.
That don't mean Blades is under the bus. You know what I mean? Blades just lost that night to a better fighter. You know what I'm trying to say? But I did pick him to win, which means he wasn't under the bus. So shut your mouth. Right.
How's that pocket 50-pound lighter after that fight?
Oh, yeah. Still sore. Yeah, it's rubbish.
I hit him with the old FIFA 5-0 trick. Like, if I beat you 5-0, you've got to write me a written apology. And I was like, 50 quid and an apology.
He got me hook, line, and sinker. He did. You know what I mean? Look, I want to talk about this last topic here before we get out of here. Shout out to everybody that stayed with us. Big up to every single one of you. But the one that the bout that I wanted to talk about is John Jones and Stipe. This John Jones and Stipe fight. For me, I don't even know. because we don't have a date. But Jones looks like he's ready. He's back from injury. He's training now, and he says that, he's almost KO'd Gable Stevenson. Trying to wrestle him because he's thinking that's probably what Stipe is going to come in and do and try and do to him. But let me come to you, Sterling. I mean, you look at John Jones, Stipe. Once this fight is done, are we seeing that fight there with Aspin, or that's it with Jones now? He's done, finished. Halas. That's for you, Sterling.
Yeah, that man's high as shit.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's the. You're asking that, is that the last time we see John Jones?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so, bro. I don't think we're gonna get the Tommy Aspinall fight. I think Tommy's gonna have to fight somebody else for the title shot. Maybe they're gonna make another interim, and who knows? The heavyweight division's a mess. But I think that's it for John Jones.
Yeah, man. I don't know, man. And the other thing as well, does John Jones, in your opinion, Yao, if that's his last fight for the UFC, do you think he steps outside the UFC and still look for a fight with Francis Ngannou, maybe under the Riyadh night as a free agent? Do you think that fight comes, because them Saudi man, they will pay for it? McDane, you can chime in on this as well. Those guys will pay for that fight with John Jones being away from the UFC. Do you guys think maybe that's an idea that's getting put into his head from these Saudi guys, and maybe down the line it could fight somebody like Francis Ngannou? I'm sure everybody would want to see that.
I think that works because they're pretty much the same age group. We've always wanted to see the super fight to see who's the best man on the planet, and maybe they do it in boxing because heck, they do it in boxing. I don't know, but I think that is definitely a fight that would entice Sheikh Turkey. Maybe they do it under the PFL banner. Maybe it becomes a WWE situation where Hulk Hogan goes to WCW. So I think that would actually work pretty awesome if they did that. I'd really like to see that fight. I think a lot of people would like to see that fight, and I think that fight would make a lot of money, and especially on the Riyadh season, definitely.
Yeah, man. Magden, you got something on that?
That ship sailed, boys. We ain't ever seen that fight. Whether it's in boxing, whether it's in MMA, we ain't ever seen that. Boxing even more so. Like, we definitely ain't seen that in boxing. Like, I don't think John's going to have any interest in going and fighting Francis Ngannou in a boxing match. And, not even money. John Jones doesn't need money, bro. John Jones does not need money.
But I was asking for 30 mil to fight Francis. If anybody will pay him, that is the Saudis.
I mean, Riyadh season will pay that money. Come on, McDade. He's been out for 3 years. Yeah, he's fought once in 3 or 4 years. He doesn't. It's gone. He's fought once in 4 years. He definitely, the money is a.
Did y'all see the house he bought?
Fight ain't getting him paid.
Did y'all see the house he bought though?
You saw the house he bought? That's called equity.
I just gonna have to pay taxes.
See, once your ass grows up, you understand a little bit about equity. Yeah, I mean, like that's what that is.
Unless it's got a farm, unless it's got a farm like Rick Ross, unless it's got that Rick Ross farm.
Yeah, whatever. You seen his cocaine bill? You know his dealer? You can shut up. Like, he ain't spending that much money. This man's got millies in the bank. Millies. He ain't needing no Francis Ngannou fight. And the man never moved up until heavyweight until Francis Ngannou left the fucking promotion. Yeah, I mean, he ain't interested in fighting the Predator, son. Ain't happening. Bro. End of. I'm sick of this conversation. Fuck this man.
you know Mike Dean definitely hates John Jones, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Bro, I don't hate John Jones. Why does everybody say
well, you could have fooled me. You could have fooled me the way you could.
I mean, sound like you hated John Jones.
I've got a lot of heat. I've got a John Jones signed glove in that.
You don't give a fuck about the gloves, no man. I don't already send it over here, man. Send it over here. You know,
tucked up with that Alexander Volkanovski signed glove, both of them wrapped up, nice and safe. You know what I mean?
So the John Jones Francis Ngannou fight will never happen unless Dana allows it to happen. That's the only way that it will ever happen. Dana's not going to do it under any other promotion than his own. He doesn't vibe with Francis because Francis pushed him, as far as like pushing him business wise. He's not going to partner with Francis to do anything, and he's not going to let John out of his contract to go fight Francis. John signed a contract right before he fought Cyril Gane. It was an 8-fight contract. He still got 7 fights. So unless he satisfies those 7 fights, he's not going to be a free agent, even if he retires. So there's no way at all that he can go and negotiate a Francis fight unless Dana allowed it. So it ain't gonna happen.
Facts from Jax. You know what I mean? Like, get it up, your son. Ain't happening.
You just bust the bubble there, Jackson. You know what I mean? Are you always this smooth at delivering bad news to people? Like,
Always.
Lala, is this what it's like? Is this what it's like? Just delivering bad news with smoothness? Like, bro, you just bust a whole bubble out here. But please, continue.
When I said that Pereira was going to be not the next Connor, but pretty damn close, he shut my shit down just like he did there.
He's horrible.
I do think Alex is pretty damn close. So
nah, there'll never be another Connor.
Reasonable.
Nah, it's a different level. It's a different level. Maybe in Brazil, not worldwide.
Imagine if he learned just a little bit of English, just a little bit of English here and there.
Man, that dude already knows English. He's just hiding behind it. Yeah,
you're right.
He knows a little bit.
You're right. Yeah.
Yeah, you definitely know 1 or 2. Before we get out of here, it's fight week in South Africa. EFC is happening tomorrow. We got our brother, friend of the show, Ayanda the Power, is going to be competing for that featherweight title. Please tell us how everything has been going on leading up to this card and the mood of everybody over there.
So this week, I always love our fight weeks. Monday's press conference, Wednesday's weigh-in, Thursday's fight night. And the build-up is great because unlike the last card, with this card, there are not a lot of late changes. So we know all the fighters are ready. Usually with late changes, you then have stylistic clashes. You have all these other things that matchmakers can't control. But with this, it seems like all the guys have at least 2 weeks notice for the fight. 2 weeks is short-ish, but in South African terms, I mean, come on. It's not that bad. So I'm really looking forward to this fight night, especially the title fight between Ayanda Zwane and Rudy Roots, coming off the Ultimate Fighter, Team Shevchenko, Team Bullet. He's an Olympic, his dad's an Olympic coach, the first guy in 16 years to get an Olympic wrestler to the Olympics from South Africa. He trains with Igor Kabesa, who has some very interesting news. Let's just say, yes, something's brewing. Anyways, but so yeah, it's an absolutely electric fight night. I'm really looking forward to tomorrow. I'm so excited.
Yeah, man. And talking about excitement as well, Sterling, your boy Joshua Van is getting back in there with Durden. We just seen that announced. That looks like a banger. And I said, boy, one of these motherfuckers about to taste my tire. Oh my God, I can't wait. I have to pick one of them going under the bus. But how are you feeling about that, Sterling? I mean, Joshua Van's just come out of a really, really good win and going into this fight with Durden as well. Who's coming off a very, very good win? How are you feeling about that fight just off the back of it?
I'm a rock with Van, bro. Like I told y'all before, I've trained with my man before. Dude is 5'6", 137 pounds, but cracks like he's 185. So I think Cody's going to be in for a rough fight, and I'm going to go with Van no matter what, bro.
Jax, you got bad news for Sterling?
No.
Yeah, Jax.
Nope. Nope. Not this time.
Oh, USA!
Time.
USA! Let's go!
Definitely going with Joshua Van on that one, man. I hope he makes a run, man, for real. I like his fighting style, the way that he came back in that fight at the Sphere. Like, Joshua Van, he looks like somebody that could be really interested in that division.
Yeah, man.
So on that one, Cody Durden follows us on Twitter, so I'm 100% Team Durden.
Okay, I mean, it's crazy what a follow can do these days, man. You know what I mean? Put them blinkers on. Make you put them blinkers on. Oh, shout out to everybody that's been locked in with us. Salute to every single one of you. It's been a crazy show, been a magnificent show. Thank you so much, Lala, for joining us, making your debut with us on Dust Up Shakedown. We appreciate your time. Jax, as always, Sterling, McDane is the man. And Keith, you got a big one coming tomorrow with EFC. We're going to be reaching out to you and seeing what you make of the whole card. And hopefully the boy Ayanda wins. Ayanda the power. Hopefully he wins and we can bring him up on the platform. You guys will be able to reach Ayanda as well. I'm talking Sterling and Jax if you guys want to talk to him. Ayanda is very, you know, he's a down to earth brother, and he's always available for any of you guys that you know that want to talk to him. And so big up to every single one that's been locked in. Salute to all of you. And yeah, up until the next video, prediction show Friday. I need to make a comeback. I've got to make a comeback. It's a fight back. It's war. I'm declaring war on McDane. We're out.
Shama.
The Fight Week Show.
Hey guys, this is John Anik from the UFC. You're watching the Fight Week Show. Please subscribe, not now, but right now.
If you've enjoyed this video, don't forget we do our Dust Up Shakedown every Wednesday, 9 p.m. UK time. Don't miss it.